Wall Street just made a bold statement. MicroStrategy, the company that owns over 600,000 Bitcoin, just got rejected from the S&P 500. At the same time, Elon Musk could be on track to collect the biggest payday in history, over $1 trillion in the next decade. And yes, Tesla still holds Bitcoin. So what does this mean for you, for Bitcoin, and for the future of money? Let's dig in. What's up, family? It's Coach Masi, and you're locked in to the Daily Hodl. This is where we break down the biggest Bitcoin and financial stories shaping the world right now. Do me a favor, hit that like button, smash subscribe if you're new here, and share this video with a friend who loves Bitcoin news as much as you do. Okay, let's run it. Let's start with the big shocker of the day. MicroStrategy was not added to the S&P 500, and if you're like me, you probably own a lot of it. So, why is this such a big deal? Because MicroStrategy isn't just a software company anymore. It's essentially a Bitcoin ETF in disguise. With over 600,000 Bitcoin on its balance sheet, it's the largest corporate Bitcoin holder in the world. They do sell software as well, but they are definitely a Bitcoin treasury. So, here's why it matters. If MSTR had been included in the S&P 500, Bitcoin exposure would have instantly spread into thousands of mutual funds, retirement accounts, and ETFs that track the index. That means billions in passive investment would flow indirectly into Bitcoin through MicroStrategy. But instead, the S&P said no. They rejected them. So why the rejection? Well, analysts believe it's because MicroStrategy is just too closely tied to Bitcoin's volatility. Its stock price moves in near lockstep with Bitcoin, and let's be honest, legacy finance isn't quite ready to hand the keys over to Bitcoin in the kingdom. Let's just see what happens next. I think maybe the next quarter or the quarter after. Still, the rejection doesn't change reality. December 5th will be the next time they have a chance. So MicroStrategy has just transformed itself into one of the most important players in the Bitcoin ecosystem. Wall Street can delay recognition, but they can't ignore Bitcoin forever. The bigger MicroStrategy grows, the harder it will keep them out because their market cap is just so large, the rebalancing will be incredible for shareholders. This moment highlights the growing divide, though. Traditional finance versus Bitcoin innovation. On one side, you've got the S&P, which represents the heart of legacy finance, trying to minimize risk and protect the status quo. On the other hand, you've got companies like MicroStrategy and even Tesla that are willing to step out, take bold positions, and hold Bitcoin directly. The rejection tells us that something in the system isn't ready to adapt, but it also confirms that Bitcoin is forcing its way into the conversation, whether they like it or not. So Bitcoin isn't waiting for Wall Street's permission. The longer they resist, the more obvious it will become that they're the ones behind the curve. So, Bitcoin's position today. As you might have seen, despite pushback, Bitcoin continues to cement itself as the hardest, soundest money ever created. Governments debate it, regulators circle it, and companies quietly accumulate it. The message is clear. Bitcoin is no longer an experiment. It's an asset class on its own. We've seen nation states adopt it, we've seen billionaires stack it, and we've seen companies rewire their entire treasury strategy around it. So, for context, MicroStrategy alone holds more Bitcoin than most countries. Tesla, Square Block, and Coinbase all keep Bitcoin on their balance sheet as well. Even a little GameStop, Metaplanet, Similar, and others. This isn't a fringe moment anymore. It's mainstream adoption in slow motion. So now let's shift gears to Tesla and Elon Musk, because this is where things get pretty wild today. Analysts are projecting Elon Musk can earn over $1 trillion in compensation over the next 10 years through his ambitious pay package, but he has to meet certain quotas. Now, that would make him the first person in history to hit that level of compensation. And it's not just about cars. Tesla is rapidly expanding into AI, robotics, renewable energy, and autonomous fleets. They're positioning themselves as one of the most disruptive companies of this generation. But here's the Bitcoin angle. Back in 2021, Tesla purchased $1.5 billion in Bitcoin, sending shockwaves through Wall Street and the crypto world. So, while they trimmed their position, Tesla still holds Bitcoin on its balance sheet. And because of FASB rules, they get to count that gain on their sheet. So, that means Elon Musk, the man potentially on his way to $1 trillion payday, remains connected to Bitcoin's success. All right, if Tesla continues to dominate and Musk secures this $1 trillion package, Bitcoin will stay tethered to one of the most valuable companies in the world. and I think MicroStrategy is right behind them. That's massive for legitimacy, massive for narrative, and massive for exposure for Bitcoin. Now let's tie this together. On one hand, you have MicroStrategy, shut out of the S&P 500, but sitting on a Bitcoin fortune so large that legacy finance can't ignore it forever. On the other hand, you have Tesla, a global powerhouse tied to Elon Musk's trillion-dollar future, still holding their Bitcoin in their corporate treasury. Both stories prove the same point. Bitcoin is no longer optional. It's a growing force that the old system struggles to contain, and the new system is betting on Bitcoin big time. And family, remember this. None of this is financial advice. It's for education and discussion only. Always do your own research before making any type of investment decisions, because that's your money. So, let's talk. Do you think the S&P 500 made a mistake rejecting MicroStrategy? Or were they smart to stay away from the Bitcoin volatility? And do you believe Elon Musk will actually pull off the trillion-dollar payday? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm reading every one of them, and I'm excited to see what you have to write. So, don't forget, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and share this video with someone who loves Bitcoin news just as much as you do. All right, that's your Daily Hodl. Stay sharp, stay disciplined, and as always, Lead.Pray.Hodl. I'll see you on the next one.